So this is part 2 of PNS 2023. So in this part 2, chapter 7 is that offenses relating to the Army, Navy and Air Force. Chapter 7 is that offenses relating to the Army, Navy and Air Force. Section 5159 is it abetting mutiny or attempting to seduce a soldier, sailor or airman from his duty. Section 159 is it abetting mutiny or attempting to seduce a soldier, sailor or airman from his duty. Section 160 is the abatement of mutiny. Section if mutiny is committed in consequence thereof. Section 161 Section 160 is the abatement of mutiny. Section 160 is that abatement of mutiny. Okay, abatement of mutiny. If mutiny is committed in consequence thereof. Section 161 abatement of assault by soldier. Abatement of assault by soldier, sailor or airman on his superior officer. Sailor or airman on his superior officer when in execution of his office. Okay. Section 161 is the abatement of assault by soldier, sailor or airman on his superior officer when in execution of his office. Section 162 is the abatement of such assault if assault committed. Section 162 is that Section 162, okay, abatement of such assault if assault committed. Section 163 is the abatement of desertion of soldier, sailor or airman. Section 163 abatement of desertion of a soldier, sailor or airman. Section 164 is the harboring deserter. Section 164 is the harboring deserter. Section 164 is harboring deserter. Section 165 is a deserter concealed on board merchant vessel through negligence of master. Section 165 deserter concealed on board merchant vessel through negligence of master. 165 deserter concealed on board merchant vessel through negligence of master. Section 166 is the abatement of act of insubordination by soldier, sailor or airman. Section 166 is the abatement of act of insubordination by soldier, sailor or airman. Section 167 is the person subject to certain acts. 167 persons subject to certain acts. Section 167 subject to certain acts. Section 168 is wearing garb or carrying token used by soldier, sailor or airman. Section 168 is wearing garb or carrying token used by soldier, sailor or airman. Section 168 is wearing garb or carrying token used by soldier, sailor or airman. Okay, these are all sections. Okay, then now move to next section is that. Okay, next is that chapter 9. Okay, in chapter 9, offenses relating to elections. Chapter 9 is that chapter 9 of BNS. Okay, chapter 9 of BNS, offenses relating to elections. Okay, and 169 is it candidate electoral right defined. 169 candidate electoral right defined. Section 169 candidate electoral defined. Okay, this is that, and now come to next one is that section 169. Okay, then section 170 is that bribery. Section 170 is that bribery. Section 170 bribery. Section 171 undue influence at elections. Section 171 undue influence at elections. Section 171 undue influence at elections. Section 172 personation at elections. Section 172 personation of elections. Section 172 personation at elections. Section 173 punishment for bribery. Section 173 punishment for bribery. Section 173 punishment for bribery. Section 174 punishment for undue influence or personation at an election. Section 174 punishment for undue influence or personation at an election. Section 174 punishment for undue influence or personation at an election. Section 175 false statement in connection with an election. Section 175 false statement in connection with an election. Section 175 false statement in connection with an election. Section 176 illegal payments in connection with an election. Section 176 illegal payment in connection with an election. Section 176 illegal payment in connection with an election. Okay, section 176 illegal payments in connection with an election. Okay, then come to next one is that. Okay, next one is that election. Okay, punishment for undue influence or in personation in election. Section 175 is that false statement in connection with an election. Section 175 false statement in connection with an election. Section 175, false statement in connection with an election. Section 176, illegal payments in connection with an election. Section 176, illegal payments in connection with an election. Section 176, illegal payments in connection with an election. Section 177, failure to keep election accounts. Section 177, failure to keep election accounts. Section 177, failure to keep election accounts. Okay, so this is section 177. Okay, now move to next chapter is that chapter 10. If you see that chapter 10, that is offenses related to coin, currency notes, banknotes and government stamps. Okay, offenses related to coin, currency notes, banknotes and government stamps. The chapter 10. Chapter 10 is about chapter 10 of BNS, the coins, okay, currency notes, banknotes and government stamps. Okay, section 178 is a counterfeiting coin, government stamps, currency notes and banknotes, etc. Section 178, counterfeiting coin, government stamps, currency notes or banknotes. Section 179, using as genuine, forged or counterfeit coin, government stamp, currency notes or banknotes. Using a genuine, forged or counterfeit coin, government stamp, currency notes or banknotes. Section 180 is that possession of forged or counterfeit coin, government stamp, currency notes or banknotes. Section 180, possession of forged or counterfeit coin, government stamp, currency notes or banknotes. Section 180, possession of forged or counterfeit coin, government stamp, currency notes or banknotes. Section 181, making or possessing instruments or materials for forging or counterfeiting coin, government stamp, currency notes or banknotes. Section 181, making or possessing instruments or materials for forging or counterfeiting coin, government stamp, currency notes or banknotes. Section 181 is that making or possessing instruments or materials for forging or counterfeiting coin, government stamp, currency notes or banknotes, etc. Section 181. Okay, then move to section 181. Okay, then move to section 182 is that section 182 is that Section 182 is making or using documents. Making or using 182, making or using documents resembling currency notes or banknotes. 182, making or using documents resembling currency notes or banknotes. 182 is the making or using governments resembling currency notes or banknotes. Section 183 is that effacing writing from substance bearing government stamp or removing from documents a stamp used for it with intent to cause loss to government. Section 183, effacing writing from substance bearing government stamp or removing from documents a stamp used for it with intent to cause loss to government. Section 184 is using government stamp known to have been before used. Section 184, using government stamp known to have been before used. 184, using government stamp known to have been before used. Section 184, using government stamp known to have been used before used. Okay, section 185 is that ensure a mark denoting that stamp has been used. Section 185, erasure of mark denoting that stamp has been used. 185, ensure erasure of mark denoting that stamp has been used. Section 186, prohibition of fictitious stamps. Section 186, prohibition of fictitious stamps. Section 186, prohibition of fictitious stamps. 187 is that person employed in mint causing coin to be of different weight or composition from that fixed by law. Section 187, person employed in mint causing coin to be of different weight or composition from that fixed by law. Section 187 is a person employed in mint causing coin to be of different weight or composition from that fixed by law. Okay, 187. Section 187. Now move to section 188. Unlawfully taking coining instrument from mint. And 188, unlawfully taking coining instrument from mint. Okay, section 188, unlawfully taking coining instrument from mint. This is that. Okay, then now move to next one is that chapter 11. If we take chapter 11 of BNS, there is offenses relating to against the public tranquility. Offenses against the public tranquility. Okay, offenses against the public tranquility. offenses against the public tranquility is chapter 11. Okay, then 181, section 181 is that, okay, unlawful assembly. Section 189, unlawful assembly. Section 89, 189, unlawful assembly. Okay, section 189, unlawful assembly. Then move on to next one is that section 120, 190, sorry, 190 is that 190, 189 is unlawful assembly. 190 is that every member of unlawful assembly guilty of offence committed in prosecution of a common object. Every member of unlawful assembly guilty of offence committed in prosecution of common object. Okay, every member of unlawful assembly guilty of offence committed in prosecution of a common object. So 191 is the rioting. Section 191 is the rioting. Okay, rioting. Okay, section 191 is that rioting. Okay, section 191 is that rioting and next one is that section 192 is that wantonly giving provocation with intent to cause riot if rioting be committed if not committed. Okay, 192 is that wantonly. Okay, 192 is that wantonly giving provocation with intent to cause riot if rioting be committed if not committed. Okay, 192 is that wantonly giving a provocation with intent to cause riot if rioting be committed if not committed. 193 is the liability of owner, occupier, etc. 193 is the liability of owner, occupier, etc. of land on which an unlawful assembly or riot takes place. Okay, liability of owner, occupier, etc. of land on which an unlawful assembly or riot takes place. 193. Section 194 is affray. Section 194 affray. Section 194 affray. 194 is affray. Section 195 is assaulting or obstructing public servant when suppressing riot, etc. 195 is assaulting or obstructing public servant when surprising right, etc. And 196 is that promoting enmity between different groups on grounds of religion, race, place of birth, residence, language, etc. and doing acts prejudicial to maintenance of harmony. Okay, so 196 is that promoting enmity between different groups on grounds of religion, race, place of birth, residence, language, etc. and doing acts prejudicial to maintenance of harmony, etc. 196. Okay, section 196 is that promotion enmity between different groups on grounds of religion, race, place of birth, residence, language, etc. and doing acts prejudicial to maintain harmony. Okay, section 196. Okay, then come to next one is that section 196. Then section 197 is that imputations, assertions prejudicial to national integration. 197 is the imputations, assertions prejudicial to national integration. Section 197. Okay,